Welcome to Season 8 of Paper Talk,
where we will explore how to build a creative community that fuels your art and your business.
Hi, I'm Nguyen of Pink and Posey.
I'm Jessie Chui of Crafted to Bloom.
And I'm Sara Kim of Handmade by Sara Kim.
This season is all about connections.
We'll share stories, strategies, and collaborations that strengthen your own community.
Tune in every other Thursday for new episodes.
Thanks for joining us today, and be sure to follow Paper Talk Podcast.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Paper Talk. I was just listening to our intro and I was like, you know what? We nailed it with Season 8. Talking about stories, talking about collaborations, talking about how we can grow our community to be even better. And I think one of the really important things that I feel like Sara and Jessie and myself, we've been doing to grow our community is building our mastermind group. I think it's really important when we really micro focus on how to balance your entrepreneurial life with your artist life. Because if you have an artist life and you know how to make beautiful art, but if you don't know how to tell your story to sell your art, you're really not building your career as an artist. Because really, when you think about it, your art is what you create with your hand. It could be a hobby. It turns into an art when you actually talk about it, you display it. You don't necessarily have to sell it, but if you want to make a livelihood out of it, you need to balance the entrepreneur into it. You need to know how the right way to talk about the story behind that art. Why did you create that piece? How are you telling it to your audience? How are you pricing your art? How are you delivering that art? How are you sharing that art? And I think that's what our mastermind is all about. It's about how can we discuss different ways on how to share your art with the people that really love your art. It's been really interesting. I would say that we were just talking about earlier how some of our members right now have been with us at the very, very beginning when Jessie and I first created Paper to Profit. And that was during COVID. And they have stood by us and learned from us throughout 5 or 6 years now on how to do it. And it's been really incredible to see how much they've grown, how steadily, because in reality, it takes time. It's really about the long game of how you really sit with your art. How do you grow with your art? And how do you display your art? And it's been really, really amazing to see people do it. So I wanted to bring this conversation up to kind of talk about how our mastermind is going and how our members are working through not their problems, but the hurdles that they're going through and how we're able to help each other, even the members of the group. I mean, just knowing that you're not alone and that you're able to really work the problems together and to see, because one coin, there's not just one side, there's multiple sides to it. And there's many different ways to solve a problem. And I like the discussion that we are having with our members to say, okay, I've had the exact same problem. This is how I was able to solve it. And to be able to know that you can solve it many different ways and not just one singular answer. I think that's a really key component that our members are really getting out of our group is the discussions and to know that they're not alone in what they're doing.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about our mastermind from the past, three mastermind groups now, is to see how much they've come, along now. Some of them had their first of everything, first to sales, first,
Website.
Website, workshops. And I am so proud of them. Some of them, I could be very pessimistic for me, myself in general and my personality. So I feel I would be if it didn't work out or I feel like I could be a downer, but they are very resilient in a sense where they just push through even when it's very new to them. And I think that's so inspiring to see as people that are learning. It's my favorite part to see students that are learning and being curious makes me reflect as a teacher and be oh, I should continue to be a student because that's what I need. to
Yeah.
want to learn and want to be better. But yeah, I
Sure.
am so proud of them because seriously, some of them have never done that, right? Like
Mhm.
they've never done a workshop. And then like the next time we meet, they like have a workshop planned and like one of them had a workshop, like a few of them already. So
Yeah.
I'm so excited for them.
I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
it's
so
know,
been a
me
good,
positive
too.
seeing
yeah.
them grow their confidence and feeling comfortable even talking about what they do. Because a lot of us know people. We just never think about it, right? We know people and they know other people. And just being able to talk about what you do with no expectations. I mean, the members, some of them have been able to do that now. Before they weren't even able to say, "Oh, I'm an artist," or "Oh, I
Yeah.
make paper flowers," you know?
Mhm.
And now that they are more confident in doing that, you start seeing them gaining confidence in so many other ways.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, it takes time. We have such a great group of women. Actually, they are women. A great group of women. A lot of them, had other careers in their lifetime, right? And it's so interesting seeing how that has also helped our group, in terms of suggestions, in terms of how to schedule and organize and
Mhm.
manage being an entrepreneur. It's been really interesting to see. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I love the conversation. Not only are we meeting just like twice a month to kind of talk about deep diving on certain components, but we started doing a WhatsApp, and I felt like that has been a huge game changer for the different connections, the different questions, and how people are helping people right on the spot.
Hmm.
And I think that has been really a great tool for everyone to have.
Yeah. Definitely feel like you have cheerleaders on the side, cheering for you for everything you do. Um, I think that's
Mhm.
really motivating. I wish I had that when I started. Actually, I don't even know how I even got where I am without cheerleaders on the side, without you guys, without other people in the paper flower community encouraging me to keep going. I think it's really, yeah, it's a really lonely, can be a really lonely experience. And like you said, Quinn, like making art is very different from selling art. And if you're not naturally a seller, it can be really hard to stay motivated, right? It's really hard
Very
to
true.
stay motivated when you feel like you're talking into a void sometimes.
Yeah.
So knowing that we get to meet up every 2 weeks, knowing that other people are there to who understands or who understand what you're going through, and you can talk it through with them. I think I really get a big high after leaving our meetings.
Yeah.
I last for like a
Mhm.
week.
I know. It's been really
Yeah.
amazing. And
Mhm.
it continues on with the WhatsApp because the conversation doesn't just end after a meeting. It
Mhm.
continue onward. And it's been really, I think the most magical moment for me is when we talk about it and we're like, okay, you need to do this and this. And then to see them actually do it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
to see them realize, yes, that's how you do it. And this is the results I get. That's been really like, Cher was talking about doing reels. We're like, do the reels. You'll see a difference. And there's like, oh my God, I just looked at my insight and you're right.
Mhm.
I am reaching a lot more new followers and more people are reaching my account because of what you told me. I was like, yes,
Mhm.
what we're
Yeah,
telling you is
that
correct.
wins. But that's
I
what we
feel
want to
like
Yeah.
when
see,
we
right?
started, we had a opposite problem. We had like no information. So it felt really lonely and like we were taking chances when we were first starting. But now I think they have the opposite problem where they have too much information. So then there's too much noise and too much like too many things that you need to do. So then what with our mastermind, I mean, it would have benefited me like when I had no information because there was nobody to help me. But I think now it's also like, okay, well, there's all these things, but then we can help narrow it down with our experiences between each other. It does
Yeah,
help, I feel like, both ways. So
for sure.
if you guys have zero information, we could be a good help. But also, if you have too much information, we can help narrow it down too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Yeah. Exactly. And I love the fact that all three of us were constantly trying new things. If Instagram comes out with something new, like I know Sarah and I were both trying to do instant, and I was like figuring how she got texts on her instant. I was like, Sarah, how did you do that? Because I'm like, couldn't figure out, like, I would do it, take a picture and tap, tap, tap. But you had to tap it before you take a picture to be able to write what you say before you actually put it on there. I was like,
It's not
why is
user
that?
intuitive. No.
It was
It was-
not at
I
all.
did when I Googled it
Yeah.
because I kept seeing people put text too.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Like, where am I tapping? And it kept saying tap on the bottom corner, but I kept tapping, but it wasn't like in the
Nothing.
frame. So then when people were asking me, I had to like draw it out. I'd be like, right here.
Right there.
No, I mean, it wasn't you. It was everybody. Like, I don't understand who even figured it out that it came out on Google.
Right? But yeah, it's so interesting to kind of like see the questions, because I feel like we are the foreleaders of trying to try new things, trying to understand things before they become a trend. So that way, when it becomes the hype, we already have worked it out. We're still figuring it out, but we've jumped the curve. And I think that is why we are kind of the leaders of our community, because we're all doing all these really fun projects. We get to do museum exhibits. We get to do these crazy fun international workshops. We get to do these shows and give you the insight of our experience, of the problems we ran across, the success that we did because we did XYZ. And I think that's the magical part of being in our inner circle, is you get the insights of all these really fun things that we get to try and test out. And we get to tell you like, okay, that really worked. Or you guys, that did not work at all. I don't even know how to make this happen. But that's the really fun part of being in a group of people, that it's in a safe space, to be honest. It's where you can share what problems you're having. How do we go about helping you solve that particular problem? And just know that it does take time. This is something that comes up over and over again. It's not a result right away. It's something you have to put in the work. The more work you put into it, the better your results is. If you don't put any work at all, your results are going to be a lot slower. Yes, you're going to sit and simmer, but I also want to put something out there. That's something, if you've been listening to our podcast episode, especially with Poi that we just released a few weeks ago, she approached Hermes for 3 years before something happened. And with our Paper to Profit, with Jessie and myself, and now with Sarah, it took us many years to start developing this mastermind. This is something that is in the long term. Our paper flowers are not immediate. It takes time to make, but it also, it comes into people's life when there's big events, a big wedding, a big opening. It's not something that people, when they come to a craft fair, they're going to like, oh, I need it right away because I have an event tomorrow. That's not going to happen on either side, because we have to make it and you have to plan it and think about it. So know that it takes time to make things happen, and you have to put in the effort for it. And if you're looking for a quick result, I'm going to say our mastermind is not for you. Our mastermind are people who really want to put in the work, who wants to be thoughtful about how they want to approach their artist life, artist career. And it's something that you need to really invest in to be able to see the results in. I mean, just take a look at all three of us. We've been doing this for more than a decade. And yes, you're seeing the results right now, but also know that's taking us more than a decade to get to where we are. And think about this podcast. Yes, we are heard around the world now. We're in the top 10 in a lot of different categories for this, but we're in season 8. We've been doing this for many years. It's taking us many years of learning how to edit, learning how to interview, learning how to research the topic, trying to find out the right pieces to put out and know who our audience is. Know that it's taken us a lot of work to get here. And we're so grateful for you guys who are constantly listening to us, giving us feedbacks and letting us know this is a topic that we want. And don't be afraid to DM us. We love chatting with you guys. That's why we have the podcast, is to put the information out there and to get feedback back to us so we can grow and make it even better. It's seriously a project of love for all of us. Because seriously, you guys, we're not making money off of this. But hopefully one day we will.
Yeah,
Well,
and
so are a lot of other podcasts.
I want to
Yes.
stress that our mastermind is also not for people that are just starting out. I do think, over the years, it was unfortunate to see, artists, fellow artists that struggle or that even give up on their art. And I wish, like, yeah, definitely during those times that I'm struggling or I'm just like thinking about too much, like overwhelmed with too many ideas or things like that, like that's when you need a community. So I do think that our mastermind, what I want for our mastermind is to be a place where we can help support throughout those times, not just for people that are just starting out, but for people that are also in it. But you're always going through something. I always have random questions about like some contracts or some new like experiments that I'm trying to do, and you need people that know what you're talking about because I have plenty of friends that I can talk to,
Yeah.
but not specifically about business, right? And I think this is a very specific group that I get to talk about paper flowers with because there's not that many people that like are local to me that does that. So
Mhm.
we do have
Mhm.
plenty of that are literally around the world that are in our mastermind. And I think, yeah, I love that about our group.
Yeah.
Me too.
Accountability, I think, is a big one. Um, we built that into our mastermind so that you're going to be accountable to us and to the group. And I think sometimes that's what we need to motivate us to do what we need to do. I think it's too easy for us to just sit there and think about what we need to do.
Mhm.
I
So
think as
easy.
artists, we think about it a lot. We think about what we should be doing. We think about what we want to do. But because there's so many things that we feel we need to do, we procrastinate. And the business side, honestly, we probably procrastinate on it more than the artist side.
Mhm.
And so having a sense of accountability, of not wanting to let other people down, of um, you know, publicly committing to doing something, I think that makes a big difference as well. And be accountable to it. I think that makes a huge difference in moving the needle. I think it makes a huge difference between getting something done and not getting it done, if that makes sense. I mean, even our mastermind members talk about, oh, I know I'm going to be in this group. I know these group of ladies. I just had a workshop the other day and they said they were interested in doing another workshop. I just need to nail down the date. I just need to contact them again. I just need to organize a date. Well, we're there to tell you and to remind you to do that. We're
Yes.
there to tell you, "Hey, did you email those people, those ladies back? Did you set up a date?" Because it's so easy to just be like, "Oh, wow, like these people are interested,"
Mhm.
but not do anything about it, you know? You need to set that date. You need to give
Set
people.
goals in
Yeah,
general.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. You need to do those things. And I mean, our goal, our purpose really, in the mastermind is to motivate you, to keep you accountable, to be your cheerleaders.
Mhm.
Because like I said before, like it's not easy running a business by yourself. It's too easy to sit and think and not do anything about it. So, but I'm
So,
really
so
proud of our
true.
members though. Like they are moving forward by
Mhm.
themselves. They're initiating a lot of things by themselves, much more than before when they had less confidence. I think they have now more confidence, and
Mhm.
they seem to be more clear on what they want out of the mastermind and out of their business as well. And I think that clarity comes by being with people who understand what you're going through and talking through it.
Yeah, 100%. It really does help having someone that you can bounce idea off, talk about through the steps, the process, and to know that you're not the only one having that exact same problem. I think
Yeah.
that was the biggest key where a lot of my members like, oh my God, I'm going through that too. And so
Yeah.
that was really, really an eye opener for me. It's like, for myself, it's like, oh, I'm not alone in this situation, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
other people are going through it. How are they solving it? And this is how I'm doing it. And this is how maybe you should think about this aspect because I didn't think about that before.
Yeah. I think it speaks also to imposter syndrome. A lot of the members had mentioned that. And especially at the beginning of our mastermind, like 2, 3 cohorts ago. But we hear about it less and less now. And part of the reason is because they know that part of being an artist is not knowing what to do, not being 100% sure of where to go from here, and you go onto Instagram, onto TikTok, you see all these artists that seem to know exactly what they're doing. Um, but being in a group with other artists and other entrepreneurs, you realize no, they don't know what they're doing. Half the time they have the same questions as you do. And I think that comfort of knowing, okay, um, I'm an artist, even if I don't know how to run my business properly, or even if I don't know how to put a reel together, I'm still an artist. I think that's very powerful. I think it's really empowering as well to know that um, being an artist, being an entrepreneur, you're not failing because you don't know everything, and that other people don't as well. And so you don't need to put yourself in such a high standard. You're an artist no matter what, and I think that helps in terms of feeling not as much as an imposter and feeling more comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah. Great way of putting that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in joining our mastermind, we are actually opening up our next cohort on September 3rd. So we'll be opening up the doors in August for sign up. So if you have any questions, please reach out to any of us. I think we might be a good fit, but make sure you DM us, see if you're right in the phase to join us, to kind of talk to us, and feel free to talk to any of our mastermind members. I believe every single person would be more than willing to have a conversation with you about their experience and what they've learned, how much time it takes to actually build your art and build your career and build your business. I think it's really important to have these conversations, not just once, but multiple times to get different perspective. And I love that our group is having this conversation among ourselves. And it's been really wonderful and eye-opening for everybody, including
Yeah.
myself.
And we're going to see some of them at the Mastermind retreat in August as well.
I know. I'm so, so excited. So we're doing like a really quick weekend. Everyone's flying in on Friday. We're doing a welcome, kind of a charcuterie board, talking about and introducing some of my entrepreneur friends. That way they get a little bit deeper insight on other different arts that are out there, how it's applicable with building your business. And then on Saturday, it's all about flowers. We're going to be going to the Seattle wholesale market. We're going to go up to Mount Vernon, Skagit Valley, where all the flowers are being grown. We're going to visit some of my flower friends. We're going to do some headshots with Yvonne. She'll be doing some beautiful headshots for everybody. And it's going to be a really magical flower-filled day for sure. And then everyone flies home on Sunday.
Yeah. It's going to be so fun. Can't wait to
Yeah.
fly in.
Yes, I know. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, check it out, papertalkpodcast.com. That's where all the information is going to be held. And we can't wait to have you join us in our next mastermind. And then to wrap up this particular episode, we always do our favorite things, what we're buying or what we're eating. I think it's been really lax this season, but I love it. So I'm going to start off because my friend has been nudging me to say, hey, you really need to think about getting the Aura ring. And I do have the American Express card, which helps balance some of that cost out. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. So I did it. I love it. I'm one of those people that loves to look at stats, and I feel like I've been having a lot of like health issues this year, and it's just been really amazing to see like how much your activity affects you, how much your sleep affects you, and then just learning about all these different insights about who you are, how you're functioning. It really made me change some of my habits, making myself go to bed a little bit earlier, not staring at my phone so much because I see my sleep affecting how I'm doing the next day. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go next. It's since we're doing like a semi-healthy related thing, I bought new shoes.
Yay.
They're not under $10. They're really expensive actually, but it's it's only because I've always kind of worn like just cute shoes. They're not necessarily like comfortable.
Orthopedic.
Yeah, so when I finally bought mine, wait, what is it even called? I don't even remember. Wait, oh my gosh. Dang, oh my gosh, how do I not remember?
Is it a known
Clearly,
brand?
Yeah, it's a known brand. I mean, like, it's like an
Hoka
Hoka.
on.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bought Hokas, and they're really expensive,
Yes.
but I finally tried it on, and I was like, "Oh, these are what shoes are supposed to feel like," because all my shoes are, like, flat and hard, that they don't have, like, that
Yeah.
cloudness. But, yeah, it actually, like so I've also been running, like, a mile every so often,
Oh,
and it
good.
kinda helps run, like, to keep you running, like, it's
Yeah.
comfortable enough. So then it actually makes you wanna run. It's, like, not bad on your
Yay.
knees and
Yeah,
yeah, so definitely invest in your shoes. I didn't think it would
for sure.
I invest in my shoes when it's cute, but then not for the comfort. But now I'm at the age that I'm like, "Okay, I think I need real sneakers." Yeah.
Yeah. Well, can I
Orthopedic
offer you
shoes.
Yeah.
Yes. Can I offer you a tip? So Anthropologie actually carries Hoka, and
Yeah.
sometime their shoes goes on sale. And
Mhm.
also, if you have your birthday coupon with them,
Birthday coupon,
you
yes.
can use that on there too.
Yeah.
How about
Um,
you, Jessie?
so I wonder where when you tell me if this is too TMI. Health-wise, so ever since having my second child, um, I leak when I play soccer. So I play a lot of soccer. I played since I was 9, and I played and so I continue to play because that's my joy. Um, but like now, every time that I like have to run like super quickly, like where I have to do like a sudden move, like I leak, right? So
Oh
I
no.
yeah,
It's a
so
pregnancy thing?
it's the lining of my urethra, so right
Uh-huh.
where
Yeah.
my bladder is loose. Like it's not as the wall's not as tight.
Mm.
So from the
Mm.
expansion of the cervix and everything.
Right, right.
So some women, even without having kids, maybe
Mhm.
because of menopause, maybe hormonal changes, that wall and the muscles in the wall weaken a lot. And so, I mean, now that we're older, you see those ads, those
Yes.
advertisements on television about toys and adult
Mhm.
diapers. There's a lot of women actually who wear them. A lot of athletes, 50% of female athletes actually leak because, when you're doing that type of exercise, a lot of times it's not consistent exercise, right? It's like powerful moves, it's like sudden moves. And it's just you can't contract there enough. And so, they suggest doing pelvic muscle therapy and all the exercises, but it can only do so much because ultimately like it's inside you. It's not like
Mm.
a muscle that you can just work on all the time. Anyway, so I got this product called Uresta, and it's a Canadian product. They have different sizes and they look like little plugs. They're like really little plugs. Essentially, how it works is you put it into your vagina, and once it's in there, the rim of it pushes against the lining of the bladder so that the bladder stands up, is more rigid,
Mm.
and it closes your bladder. I guess it closes where the urine comes out from your bladder. So a lot of women have these issues where they're literally just walking and they leak. So,
Yeah.
and so a lot of them, deal with it's a lifelong issue. Like you can't have like surgery doesn't help, right? Because it's a
Hmm.
muscle issue. So, I tried it over this weekend and it worked. I was like,
Oh,
wow, like after my, my game, which was usually it's about 1.5 to 2 hours, I didn't have any leakage at all. Like
that's
my
amazing.
yeah, and I was like, "Wow, that's amazing." Like it's so uncomfortable because you're running and you're like, "Oh my god, like I'm leaking," and you're more like aware of it. You're like it's kind of like if
Yeah.
you are going through your period and you leak and you're like so aware of that as opposed to what you
Yes.
so anyways, I highly recommend if you do have I guess it's an incontinence issue, I guess. Whether
Hmm.
because you have a lot of leakage or not, but I mean, check it out. It's yeah, it's really interesting because you put it in there, you have to pull it out like a tampon, and you have to be comfortable doing it, and there's a little trial and error. But I mean, it's your body, right? Like it's actually your body, so get to know it. But
Mhm.
it's yeah, it's worked really well, and so it's not cheap. But I definitely think it's worthwhile to invest in something like that, rather than like invest, it's really uncomfortable in the summer wearing pads or
Yeah.
diapers or whatnot. And I think for a lot of women, it's like a life changing, life
That's
changing.
amazing.
So
That's
it's really
amazing.
helpful. So hopefully that wasn't too much.
No, that's great. I feel like we're coming to the age, like,
These
Like
are our favorite
happening.
things.
yeah, like that stuff does happen. Like, and the thing, it's like anything. Women don't talk about this enough, right? Because
Yeah,
it's historically those are things you don't share, you don't talk about. But honestly, a lot of
exactly.
people are going through the same thing as you do. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So look up that product.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. We really
Bye.
appreciate you joining us.
Bye.